Imagine walking into a room, feeling the energy ripple subtly, like being touched by an invisible breeze. The camera slowly pans over the faces, capturing every subtle gesture, the avoided glances, the forced smiles. It's as if this person, our protagonist, has an antenna for the unsaid, a radar for hidden tensions and unspoken truths. Many might consider this hyper-awareness a superpower, but the truth is much more complex. Their mind in perpetual overdrive never finds peace. The intricacies of social interaction unfold like a grand chess game, impossible to ignore or turn off. A small silence becomes their universe, a playground for analysis, a relentless cycle of overthinking. Knowing someone like this, or being this way, isn't easy. The burden of seeing what others overlook can be as draining as running a marathon without ever leaving the room. Today, we delve into the labyrinth of their minds, seeking to understand the heavy crown of hyper-awareness and how to lighten its weight.
Picture this: a child in a home where emotions swing like a pendulum, an unpredictable dance of moods, waiting for the familiar sound of car tires, the daily signal of peace or chaos. Origins of hyper-awareness. For some, it's an inborn sensitivity, their world always in high definition, their nervous system a finely tuned mechanism labeled by science as highly sensitive persons. For others, it's a survival trait, a necessity birthed from an unstable environment, growing up amidst emotional turbulence. In the close-up of the child's eyes, we see the transformation, a survival tactic becoming an identity. Their brain records every emotional shift like seismic activity, a record etched deep into their neurons. As they grow, this inherited vigilance evolves into a sharp awareness, a double-edged sword carried into adulthood, where every interaction is yet another test of their emotional radar. Protagonist opening a message from their boss on Slack. "Come see me for a minute later." Immediately, the mood shifts. A wave of tension fills the screen, the camera zooming in on their face, capturing the concern. This is sign 1, constant analysis mode, where innocuous messages become complicated equations. Normal conversations transform into intricate puzzles loaded with hidden meanings. As the narrator, I dive deeper. Unlike others, their brain is a relentless observer, decoding every glance, every pause, every breath. Imagine the energy required to parse every room, every human interaction, constantly. The brain's default mode network stays perpetually active, turning even rest into restless analysis. Their mind, always engaged in a hidden marathon, finally wears thin, leaving them emotionally parched, even after a seemingly uneventful day. It's exhausting, a relentless cycle of thinking and rethinking, without an off switch in sight. Parties or lively cafes, places meant for joy and spontaneity. But in the eyes of our protagonist, the focus narrows, honing in on the unsaid lurking within each friendly smile or compliment. This is losing innocence in relationships, sign 3 that chips away at trust. We dive deeper with a dramatic close-up. They see past the words to the motives beneath, whether genuine kindness or calculated intent. This awareness becomes isolating, like a faint veil separating them from true connection. The loss of relational innocence. Never fully trusting the surface, their faith in human interactions wears thin. Compliments carry the weight of suspicion. Apologies seem incomplete. The consequence? Caution becomes their constant companion, fostering a sense of loneliness even in crowds. Analyzing kindness, scrutinizing affection. For them, love becomes a layered equation, and relationships are no longer pure, but tainted by the constant echo of doubt. Our protagonist mirrors others with unsettling precision. This is sign 4, empathy that never flips off, surrounded by the hum of life, feeling emotions not their own. Cognitive empathy transitions seamlessly into emotional empathy, absorbing others' feelings like a sponge. It's a raw ability to live another's pain, not by choice, but by design, of people praising the comfort they provide, underscoring their unseen burden. This natural emotional regulator is in high demand for the calm they bring, yet few pause to realize that even the strongest empath is vulnerable. This relentless empathy drains them, becoming an emotional landfill for others' woes. And at day's end, they long for someone to sift through their own complexities with the same understanding. Empathy, while profound, becomes heavy armor in a world that seldom reciprocates. Mind racing as they notice their heartbeat quicken. This moment illustrates sign 5, how bodily awareness dovetails with anxiety. Interception is the key here, the insular cortex, attuned to every internal signal. They perceive even the most benign sensations as harbingers of anxiety, a cycle fueled by a misinterpreted alliance between mind and body. Their heart's simple response to caffeine spirals into a perceived threat. The film explores this anxiety loop, showing their nervous system's records flipping through scenarios of misunderstood danger. We weave in scientific commentary, explaining how the stress hormones amplify these perceptions, igniting false alarms. The narrative truth emerges. An overload of emergency data keeps them unsettled. A sensation, as common as an espresso-induced heartbeat, becomes an internal earthquake. Anxiety feels relentless, a drumbeat in the background of an otherwise calm landscape. This scene shows it's not the fast-beating heart that's the enemy, but the mind's misunderstanding of it. Imagine them envisioning multiple versions of the future at once, never truly settling in the present. Planning for endless contingencies. Inwardly, they cultivate strategies against disappointment's sting. Subtle control mechanisms arise, not against others, but against the unpredictability they dread. The narration connects this to analysis paralysis, a maze of hypothetical outcomes paralyzing their spontaneity. The desire to shield themselves from unforeseen pain means sacrificing the freedom of living in the now. As we follow their half-filled coffee cup, it becomes emblematic of their halt. They're there, but not really. For them, life gets managed like a high-stakes project, protection masquerading as awareness. In trying to prevent pain, they inadvertently step outside their lives, exhaustion settling in from carrying the burden of imagined futures. They grasp a key realization. Not everything belongs to them to solve. Psychotherapy narratives advocate for boundaries. Notice it all, but absorb only what's yours. Not every silence is significant. Some emotions are just passing clouds. Insight doesn't always require intervention. The crescendo of realization quietens to the gentle, fading light of sunset. With newfound clarity, they soften, transforming awareness from a penetrating spotlight into a comforting glow, inviting them to comment on shared struggles and growth. For the overly aware, life becomes lighter, not simpler, but perceived through a lens of compassion. This shift turns their world from an exhausting burden into a place of understanding, a landscape where they can finally rest and simply be.